2 days, and that way we get to see more of these exciting matches. Always cool to see this many people in a bracket, but boy, does it make it quite confusing.
Yeah. But luckily, it has gone pretty well so far.
Yeah, so no warm-up here. Yeah. We're just getting straight into it.
Straight in. Yeah. We have GYAN versus Adri. We've seen GYAN before on the stream already. They lost their winners bracket match before, so now they're hopefully gonna pick it up again and maybe hopefully advance today too. But they don't have an easy opponent. Adri is also really good.
Yeah, it's cool to see the South American representation in ADRI right here. Peruvian player. Peru, for some reason, is just like stacked with Tetrio players, but ADRI is pretty consistently the best of them. GYAN surviving up at the top here, on their way down. Not exactly building back to back. Neither player really building that back to back yet. ADRI with a clean stack, going for the attack here. There's the back to back.
Yeah, I think ADRI is gonna build up the back to back right now. They have a pretty good stack for it. Already at 8.
Well access open for ADRI right here. GYAN, speaking of well access, not looking good there.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Also, a bit of cheese on their board. Well, they get through it
a little bit late with that break there. Could have potentially killed, but a little bit too late. Oh, the T-spins? Hello? GYAN with the well cover.
Oh,
gets the eyepiece in time.
Yeah, it just barely survives there. But yeah, goes on. Lives now down at the board. Now Adri in a bit of a trouble. High on the board, but once again survives, gets down. It reminds me a bit of a game of ping pong. Not really.
Oh, absolutely.
Just players going up and down on their boards.
ADRI with the back-to-back now.
Oh, GYAN is now in... Yeah, no, GYAN is now dead. Adri finally finds a spike that kills. That was a really close to start off first round.
Oh, absolutely. Long first round, too.
Yeah. Now 20 more of these.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say, though, this one isn't really looking like it's going to be as long as the last.
Yeah, I know. Adri is in good advantage with the surge ready. And nice downstack. Yeah, again, just barely surviving. This is just... Yeah, now we are just waiting for Adri to break their surge. And see if GYAN is gonna be able to survive it. But the more surge building up, the less the likely of survival. So not really getting good pieces to downstack there. Ooh, and that's a missed drop. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Adri takes the round even without breaking the surge.
Yeah, very well played there. If you can build up that surge quickly and efficiently, you can just sometimes intimidate your opponent into a rough situation.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when the sound of surge building up changes to this like weird ticking noise. Yeah. It's so scary to hear that. Alright, that's 14 surge break, but GYAN is unfazed, completely fine. Adri with a bit of a rough stack there. Speeds through it just fine.
Yeah, GYAN might have the opportunity to get ahead here, but Adri's building up that back-to-back right now, trying to get that lead back, and it looks like that's what they've done here. As GYAN sitting at the top of the board with the -9, the surge break comes through, and that's a 3-0 to start us off.
Yeah, Adri gets a good break at the correct time when GYAN was not ready for it.
Stick spin here. Ooh, misdrop.
Misdrop? It's kind of rare to see stick spin nowadays. I feel like most people go for like more extended SDPC kind of builds instead.
There's the break from GYAN, the 2 T-spins from GYAN to keep this going here. Not really going to be building that back-to-back as much as Adri is. I was wondering if that was going to be a DT setup there from GYAN, but they have that back-to-back going. They have some all spins. They're thinking about their board right now, and that's going to give Adri some time.
Nice 17 spike from GYAN, forcing Adri to break the surge. Now, oh,
That board's a
that's a
mess.
really bad cheesy board for Adri to get through. Gets through it with relative ease. Had to slow down maybe a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what that
now-
speed advantage is going to get Adri here, is the ability to clear that board. But there goes the 23 spike. Adri doesn't even have to break yet. There goes the break into the 23 spike on the other side. And we end up relatively even. Adri lowered down, but they're not going to have any material to pressure Gyan here. Gyan's going to be finding their way down. It sets up a fractal on the way down, too.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Gyan waiting there nicely. Finding a good moment to send the attack. Now, oh, that's a beautiful well for Gyan. See if they can utilize it. Unfortunately, Adri just too fast. He's already down at the bottom of the board.
Fractal setup here from Adri, who's going to break back to back. And that looks like a misdrop on that J piece right there. That's going to slow them down a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely playing a little scared here. Sets up that fractal. Nice spike out of it.
Nice
And the
spike.
back-to-back right there,
Yeah.
that was very well played.
Yeah, Adri just had no response to that. Gyan with efficient gameplay, taking a point.
Two 7 stock here from Adrian. Not really going for that LST right now.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in LST, but I think that was not really a good situation for it there.
Yeah, it's a common thing to do with a 7-2 stack, but it doesn't exactly fit every board. And Gyan finds that next point, bringing things
Yep.
back into a reasonable spot.
Yeah, tanks at the correct time and then breaks the search afterwards, sketching Adri out in the open, not being ready for the attack incoming. Nice 20 spike from Adri. Just a small poke. Well, at this level, 20 spike is really just a small poke. Even though it's the entire board, but both players are just not really phased by it.
Yeah,
In
a
order
lot of players
to kill,
will have
they
some
need to
material
work more.
built up so they can defend against a 20 spike. Like we see Gyan doing right here, this still isn't looking good for them, though they have the down stack right there. There's the T piece, there's the I piece, there's the 15 spike, the TST setup right there.
Oh,
The TSD
but
comes
now,
through. This is some insane survival.
yeah, but now Gyan is reaching the point where they have some cheese to get through, and yeah, that cheese is gonna slow down the defense, and Adri is gonna take the point.
Gyan looks like they've misdropped here to start this off, but the board state isn't horrible. It's fixable. There's some all spins here.
I'm not sure if it was a misdrop because I think I've seen them do this kind of opener before. It probably was because they played it really slowly and died because of it, but I think they
Yeah, there were
opened the
definitely
game
some-
like this before.
Yeah, there were some awkward piece placements there that you couldn't like fully tell if it was a misdrop. I only said that because of the way that they paused after putting an O piece in like an iffy spot. The DTC spin comes out there for Gyan, who's setting up another DT. That's risky, and they're just going to mitigate that.
I think that was a misdrop there. Yeah, Gyan is in really bad position. They probably need to speed up now to get out of this. But Adri doesn't have an attack. All this time, Gyan was spent just surviving. Adri was not able to finish the job. And now we're back to even. Okay, now Adri with... They were kind of ST stacking or LST stacking for a moment, but then misdrop and aborted it.
Gyan up at the top here, but they have that clean well ready to go. There's the all spins.
Ooh, that's a really good board for Gyan. Yeah, was considering to break the surge there, decided not to, extended it a little bit more.
Yeah, defensive
Definitely
break
a
there
smart
isn't
choice.
looking good for Gyan, who has the -9 appearing on the board now.
Really high
Adri
on the
breaks, this
board.
might be it.
Yeah.
But Gyan is well
There's
accessed.
the break.
There's the break, and it's survivable.
There is the
because of
survival.
timing. Yeah.
Nicely done by Gyan. barely surviving, but now they have all the clean garbage in the world to attack back.
I mean, that's just amazing defensive gameplay right there. Knowing when your opponent's going to break. I mean, it was a little bit of Adri not necessarily having the most perfect timing on the screen watching, which is completely reasonable. But yeah, it worked out well for GYAN. GYAN breaks here and is on the down stack. Both players break actually, and there's the T-spin into a Z-spin there for GYAN. Because we're shaping up to have another long round.
Yeah, both players now have a really good board, but nothing really happening. Yeah, Adri slowly building up the search again.
Yeah, that 6-3 stack looking good for Adri here.
Yeah. GYAN just doesn't seem to get the good opportunity to start building up the search. Oh, that was a really good downstack from GYAN.
Ooh, both players break here.
And wow. Yeah. Wow. Another spike in GYAN is gonna take the round.
TKIs from both sides to start us off here. Gonna look pretty similar for a bit. GYAN building up this backfill. 3 T-spins.
Oh my god, the 3 T-spins in a row.
The 3 T-pieces is so good.
3 T-pieces in a row. That was beautiful. Oh my god. GYAN started with the C-spin. They got pushed really high up before they were able to even start the attack. But yeah, now they're both at the bottom of the
misdrop
board.
there from Adri.
Misdrop from Adri. Should be able to get
Survival.
through it nicely done with the combo.
GYAN's board a little awkward.
Both players
He's waiting
really
for
high
that
on the
Z
board.
piece.
Oh, GYAN. I think that, yeah.
They're
that
trying to
must have been a
break
misdrop
now. They're
from
trying to
GYAN.
figure out how to break this. And yeah, they can't.
I'm afraid even if they get to break the surge there, it would not be good enough to survive. Yeah.
Yeah, an earlier break there would have done well, but the later you wait there, the more problem that becomes. And there's the spike. There's the 23 spike there from GYAN. Adri with the 17 spike to respond, and Adri just power stacking right here, 4.3 PPS.
Oh, this is a lot of
misdrops.
clean garbage going back and forth. Now Adri finally misdrops, and that means they have to send a bit of cheese. GYAN now sending a lot of cheese to Adri. They have to get through this somehow.
Ooh, Adri
hopefully
with a couple of
efficient
misdrops.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you either don't stack that efficiently or you don't stack it fast. It seems Adri decided to go for the fast route.
GYAN on the offensive here, as they're definitely pressuring Adri, but Adri has the downstack going quick.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful downstack from GYAN.
There was like a cut copy at the beginning of that into the multiplier with the quad there. That was sick.
That was a really good spot for the combo extension.
That's just a combination of a good board and a lucky piece queue and some really good reads on the way down.
Yeah.
The PT, hello?
Hello? Okay, GYAN.
That's not the first time they've done that either. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, their T-spin vision is something else. That's really crazy.
But now they're up at the top. GYAN here can't find that way out. That flashy gameplay does come back to bite them in the end, as it's 7-5 in this first to 11.
Yeah, Adri with just 4 PPS attack. You can be as creative as you want, but that speed is deadly.
The TST tower from GYAN here. There's the first T-piece. Wait, the quad donation? Wait, what are we even doing?
Yeah, they had to abort the TST tower there. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because I looked away for like a half second, and when I looked back, there was an entire TST tower standing there.
That was instinctual. I don't necessarily agree with the fact that they had to get rid of that, but that's not livable, especially with that misdrop.
Yeah,
They had the second T-piece. I don't really know why they got rid of the TST tower. I would have loved to see both be executed, but alas, it's not what happened, and we're 5-8. Stick spin. That's a scary stick spin to be against right there. But the 45
that was
spike!
beautiful.
The 45
Wait,
spike!
Adri lives!
Adri lives. I mean, that was so well executed right there. What can you even do? I guess Adri finds the survival there, though. And oh no, Gyan.
Gyan then
the
just
TST tower
misdrops.
again, and they misdrop the eyepiece. But that was greed. I just looked over, and that was pure greed. They like got rid of their TST tower for like a TST donation, and that's just too many TSTs, and the universe had to punish them. So. Oh no, Gyan's not happy. I mean, that's doable. Yeah, you just do that. Okay, yeah. It just took them a second to find that. And there goes the -9 on Gyan's board, but they're staying low to the bottom here.
Okay,
and that surge break doesn't really do anything for them.
Yeah. It's so crazy all spin vision from Gyan there.
There's no burn there.
Yeah. Just simple 1 APP game and yeah, takes the round. Yeah, we got a nice score.
Yeah, nice score right there.
Ooh,
this
Adri
isn't looking good for Adri. I do want to point out that Adri typed funny in the chat. Yep. There's the -9. There's the 20 spike from Gyan, but Adri lives right now and is on that down stack.
Yeah, Gyan had a nice pressure there, but not enough to kill. Now Adri seems to be in the driver's seat, and yeah, takes another point. And a match point at that.
All spins going on both sides right here, but Gyan is the one with the back-to-back advantage, and Adri has that misdrop with that T-piece right there. That's going to give Gyan, look at that board.
Adri with the man-made cheese. Ooh, that's a 35 spike. That's just that.
Oh my god, that was so good. I saw them sitting there with the cut copy and the quad and all the pieces that they needed. They were just so ready for that.
Yeah. Ooh, nice TST tower there. But where are the T-pieces?
Really doing that when your opponent is on match point. That's just really something else.
Yeah.
And they live. Okay, sure. I mean, if it works, it works. That's probably the last thing I would do if my opponent was on match point, but I'm, not them, so
yeah,
can't say anything.
To be fair, changing your playstyle depending on like the situation might not always be the correct idea. It's just better to stick with what you know and try to play it as good as possible. But yeah, Adri is gonna take the win and advance to the day 2. Congratulations, and yeah. Gyan has been eliminated in top 12. In 9th place, yeah. Oh, it's 9 to 12, I think.